Hey folks, hopefully y'all can see and hear me. It's Tuesday, which sometimes means that there's a Bug Hunter stream. Thanks everybody for hopping on, joining, coming to hang out. See a lot of very familiar faces in the chat and a couple ones that I don't. So definitely say hi if this maybe is your first stream that you're watching. Oh, Show is here? Rad. Now it's a party. Cool. So if you're tuning into this stream kind of for the first time, what I kind of do on my live streams is mostly just play music, tell stories, kind of meander based on what people ask and what people want to know. So if folks have any burning questions that they wanted to ask a semi-professional musician, you can feel free to ask. I'd be happy to answer and chat with people. So cool. I normally just kind of start with a song, so I'm going to keep that tradition alive and just think of something to play and then play it. Yeah, okay. This is a song for people who maybe wear their emotions on their sleeve, and they have a lot of them. Sarah, you're the only girl for me. Sarah, you're the only girl for me. It's terrible, unbearable. Oh, Sarah, it's not fair at all. Oh, Sarah, you're the only girl for me. This week. In the shop and pick up some lunch and asked the cashier what the hell shawarma was. Her name tag said Amy. I said hello, I'll take number 5 and make that to go. Then changed my mind, hey maybe I'll stay. And Amy just smiled, gave me my change. I ate in the corner, she took my tray along with my heart and my breath away. Cause Amy, you're the only girl for me. Amy, you're the only girl for me. Don't blame me, restrain me, oh hey, I'll say this plainly, oh Amy, you're the only girl for me. This week I like the way you don't even know me, and I like the way you don't even know me, and I like the way you don't even know me. That's the key to being lonely. Maybe today I'll hop on the bus and ride to my stop, and I fall in love with the cutest one, the one with the book instead of her phone. Like the rest of them, I won't sit by her, I'm not that brave. I'll sit right behind her, out of her way. She won't know I'm there, but when I get home, I'll write her a song, and this is how it goes. Oh, bus girl, you're the only girl for me. Bus girl, you're the only girl for me. Trust, girl, you must, girl. Of all the girls in the bus world, oh, bus girl, you're the only girl for me. On the D-line, I like the way you don't even know me, and I like the way you don't even know me, and I like the way you don't even know me. That's the key to being lonely. Watched all the shows, I heard all the songs and learned how it goes. I will be cool, pretend I'm important, get all the girls without working for it. I know the truth, not one for boasting, I'm just too cute for them to approach me. If I repeat it, I might believe it. If I repeat it, you might believe it. I like the way you don't even know me, and I Thanks, everybody. Appreciate your. Seemed like more than 7 seconds on this one, but I think we need to calibrate that number a little bit. I said 7. I said people should do the clapping about 7 seconds before the end of the song, so that when I finish, I get to see the applause and stuff. And I feel like that 7 seconds was just wrong, because I definitely saw that probably 10 seconds before I was finished. So still figuring out that number. Maybe it's 12 seconds. Thank you, Evan. I really appreciate that. Rad. Cool. So that was a song called Keep Being Lonely off of an album called Torn Between a Couple that I released over 4 years ago. So, isn't that wild? Just scrolling up to see what I missed. Corn says, I'm here for the Pokemon trivia. You gotta stay later for that. I normally try and wait till I have peak audience to start my Pokemon trivia because I know that's what makes people stay. Rad. I can hear my wife is downstairs singing happy birthday to one of her friends on the phone, and it was just really sweet. Anyways. Yeah, definitely too late to clap. Don't clap unless I do something cool. Cool. How about I do another song? Does that sound cool, folks? Okay, so that's a Torn Between a Couple. I'd probably, let's see, I could play something off the Rough Draft, maybe something off of BTM. What are y'all in the mood for? Maybe I'll kind of toss it out. Emma, I've played Keep Being Lonely so far, and that's it. I posted today that I'm going to be doing a stream and was asking for some suggestions and got a couple, but see some bragging, some Gulf Coast, go with the flow, making up words. Apparently, according to Jams, I fulfilled my Torn Between a Couple quota for this stream. What's my quota, just out of curiosity? Is it one song per album, or is Jams, do you have a separate amount for each album that I'm supposed to play for each stream? Jay Stacy, if you were doing calculus homework, I might have a song for that, but physics homework, if you were doing piano homework, I could probably got a song for that. If you're doing pinecone homework, I could do a song for that. Physics homework, I guess physics, pinecones goes well with physics. Yeah, I will definitely be playing Go with the Flow at some point tonight. Spoilers. Oh, okay. I'm about to just mess up Jams's quota with this one. So yeah, so I'll play this because my mom asked for me to play it. Haven't played it in actually, I think, a really long time. I'm sure Jams will correct me and say I played it last week. But this is a song also off of Torn Between a Couple called Slow Burn. Cue the music, let it build. The melancholy soundtrack of a summer indie film. I'm the quirky, unconventional leading guy. I say stupid garbage no one's ever said in their real life. Like I've been taking bigger breaths lately, 'cause you told me not to hold it, waiting for you to come in. Slow burn, I trade a kiss from her for a laugh to pass your lips. And the slow burn, my heart goes pitter patter, pitter patter, batter up. I'm up next. Slow burn, cause it's the only light I know. So while there's still hope for you and me, I burn real slow. So let's stay home tonight, my love. I don't like crowded rooms or the silly folk that fill them up. My introversion's not a charming trait, and my wit's not good for much but thinking up useless stuff to say, like my hopes are sleeping quietly in bed. Cause you told me not to get them up, dreaming one day you'd come in. Slow burn, I trade a kiss from her for a laugh to pass your lips. And I slow burn, my heart goes pitter patter, batter up. I'm up next. Slow burn, cause it's the only light I know. So while there's some hope for you and me, I burn real slow. I didn't know better, so I didn't get better. I held on to hope when it's best I forget her. I didn't know better, so I didn't get better. 'Cause love has a spirit, and I followed the letter. I didn't know better, so I didn't get better. I've loved her so long, and I can't quite remember that all of my eggs in her basket won't hatch. But I counted each one, and now I want them all back. Slow burn, I trade a kiss from her for a laugh to pass your lips. And the slow burn, my heart goes pitter patter, batter up. I'm up next. Slow burn, cause it's the only light I know. So while there's some hope for you and me, I burn real slow. Thanks, everybody. I think you all actually timed that one perfectly. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a song called Slow Burn. Thanks for suggesting that, Mom via Dad. Rad. Tree says silent clap from me. I don't know what that means. Oh, I see. Tree says I have no volume because I'm at work and on a small break. Gotcha. You have no volume. I have volume, but you have no volume, and that's why your claps are silent. Jam's talking about his bug decks, where he ticks off. He ticks off a song? No, he checks off a song. If he ticked off a song, that would be something different. Checks off a song every time he hears it live, which I think you've completed it. I'm curious, Jams, what songs do you still need for a double completion of the bug decks? I'm sure that there's some that you've maybe only heard once, because I don't always. There's some songs that I don't play a lot, so cool. So ending on Slow Burn there is probably a good time to do a little cozy Q&A. If folks want to just chat, throw out some questions, whether they be questions about Bug Hunter, about our music, Jam says echoes hold tough in headlights. Yeah, that makes sense. Jams, you'll be able to put another check mark on another. Well, I don't know how do you treat both headlights with Surge of Confidence headlights and Bigger Than Myself headlights, because I'm about to confuse your bug decks in like 3 weeks. So what I'm talking about is I have a Zoom show on October 23rd, which is a lot like this, where I will be playing on Zoom to a live audience, of which you can be a part of. And I normally play more songs, so I'll play about 10 or 11 songs rather than like 3 to 5 like I do on YouTube. And it's pay what you want. So if a indie musician's live Zoom show is not in the budget this month, it's totally fine. Just go grab a ticket for free, and I'd be happy to see you there. This particular show is special because I am playing a newish song. So it'll be a song that if you are deep down the Bug Hunter rabbit hole, you may have heard a version of it before, but it's a song that is not on any of our 3 official albums. And if you have heard it before, it will be new to you. Yeah, so definitely go to our website, bughunterbug.com, and grab a ticket to that if you wanted to hear that newish song that I'm going to be playing on October 23rd. So. Okay, we got some questions now that I'm done plugging that. David asks, oh no, if you could have your music used in one other thing, commercial, podcast intro, literally anything, what would it be? Okay, so I'll probably strike off commercial, just because that doesn't feel as artistically pleasing right off the bat, unless I'm trying to now think if there's something that I would lend my music to for a commercial without like hesitation. You know how everyone who made Milk just decided that they were all gonna pitch in on a single commercial called Got Milk? Do they have that for pancakes? Because I don't have a particular pancake loyalty, but if there was a universal pancake commercial where everybody who had vested interest in like a Big Pancake, basically, if Big Pancake were to make a commercial, I might lend. I even have the end of Creature of Habit would be a great jingle for that. So. Besides that, I really wanted, and this was a totally unrealistic goal, but crazier things have happened in my career so far that I didn't totally rule it out as maybe a possibility. But back in January, when the My Brother and Me podcast was looking for a new theme song, which they ended up going with Life is Better With You by Montaigne, which has grown on me quite a bit. It's very catchy. I was hoping that I could get them to somehow hear Disco in the Panic Room and use that as the new theme song. I tweeted at them like twice. I just thought it'd be a good fit. So anyways, if only. I'll say that's my answer just so I can answer a different one. David asks, what is the BPM of Dear McCracken? I have no way of knowing this. It's probably like, for some reason, 130 popped into my head, but and just having said that, it's probably like 90. I don't know. I'd have to go check the Logic project to go see. Okay, Autumn asks, what's a memorable story from one of your shows? let's see. I've had quite a few. I'm gonna go with some of the things that are popping into my head right now. The mosh pit in Lincoln, Nebraska, always comes to the top of mind when I think of fun live show experiences. They started moshing to the Key to Being Lonely. I think, ironically, no, it was definitely ironically. They weren't making fun of us. So basically, we were in Lincoln, Nebraska. This was 2.5 years ago. There was probably 10 to 15 Bug Hunter fans there, maybe. I think that's generous. Yeah, 10 to 15 sounds right. And then the other bands who played that night and a couple of people that they brought out too. So like in the room, probably, I don't know, 30 people. And the people who didn't know Bug Hunter, I think they were really impressed by us. I think they didn't have any expectations because we're just kind of in this small venue in Lincoln, Nebraska, and they were there to kind of see their friends and the other bands that were local. And we got on and we did our thing, and I think they really enjoyed it. So during Key to Being Lonely, they just started moshing, and it was a very quaint mosh pit, like 6 people. And it just made me laugh because I just had never experienced anything like that, especially coming from Seattle, where people are a little more subdued, I think, watching live music in Seattle. And then let's see if I have another example from that show that makes me laugh, but I will tell a different story. Another memorable thing, I would say this was very adjacent to a live show, but when same tour, maybe a week later, we were in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and unfortunately, and this is just, if I could have it my way, I would do it my way, but when it comes down to you have one option and the other option is not playing, you have to take it. But the venue that we had was 21 plus. It was a bar that didn't do anything like stamps or wristbands or anything like that for under 21s. It was 21 plus, strict, and as we were loading our stuff into the venue, there was like a young couple who I didn't notice them, but my wife did. My wife was with us for those last 3 days of tour, and she noticed that they were like looking at us and like recognizing like who we were, which at the time and even now that's not a common thing. I mean, outside of a venue where I'm about to play is like a pretty normal place to get recognized, but they were kind of looking at us, and I was like, "Hey, are you here for the show?" And they said yes, but we just got turned away at the door because we're both 18 and we can't actually see the show. So we ended up just taking all of our instruments out of their cases in the parking lot and playing a song for them, just so to make it so that their 25-minute drive that they had taken wasn't in total vain. And definitely, yeah, that was one of my favorite kind of memories from that tour. Just kind of how happy that made them. And the surprising thing to me was at the time, that was about 6 months after the Rough Draft came out, and I had been, Dear McCracken is just that song that, like, especially at that time, felt like, nothing is ever going to top this, and this is the song that people want to hear. And so I was like, all right, if you want to hear one song, what do you want us to play? And they said, Be Glad I Love You, which, back then, I was taken off guard by that, where Disco in the Panic Room and Be Glad I Love You were not as like popular, I guess, relative to McCracken. So that always stands out as kind of like a moment where it's like, oh my gosh, they had one song and they picked a song that isn't McCracken, and that made me feel really good. So okay, I think I've probably answered that enough. So. Autumn says, I'm a Seattleite. I'm sad I missed out on that. Yeah, I just moved from Seattle earlier this year. I'd been there for about 7 years, and that's kind of where the band got its start. So. I'd rather be off this plane. I can't. Yep. Mothman's right. This is not the key that I play Dear McCracken in, but yeah, it is the same chord progression. So. Libra says, yeah, Discover Weekly, that is pretty normal, and the song was Disco, which is more normal now than it was probably 2 years ago or a year ago. So Disco is actually, like, on a weekly, monthly basis, our most popular song now, which is wild. Like I was just mentioning, Jim McCracken always felt like it was never going to be topped, and I was going to have to like work really hard to write a song that would get more plays than Jim McCracken. And turns out I already had, and it was called Disco in the Panic Room, and now it crushes it on a daily basis. I don't know why. It just kind of took off like a year and a half after it was released. So. Yeah, and that I think Idiot Gaming mentions the YouTube video that used disco in the background. It was a pretty popular War Thunder video, and a lot of people found us through that too. So. Oh yeah, I love people telling me kind of what their first song was, because it's very interesting to see what kind of hooks people into to bug hunter music. For a long time, I didn't even have to ask. It was Jim McCracken, and so it's very fun to see. People say Point to Prove, people say Making Up Words, people say Key to Being Lonely. I feel like somebody recently said Baby Teeth was the first song they heard, which was wild. Running Trains, if you could give your 10-year younger self one piece of advice, what would it be? The funny thing about that exact period of time is that the advice that I'd have for me 10 years ago, which is 20 years old, wouldn't have felt applicable to that version of me, because that was before I didn't play guitar. I don't think I was writing songs even at 20. I may have been writing songs at 20, like the tail end of 20. I had never sang in public before. I had no ambitions of being a musician. So, but I guess that just goes to show that, to any other 20-year-old or 30-year-old or 40-year-old, a hell of a lot of progress can get made in 10 years from scratch if you're really passionate about something. So I think that's worth knowing at whatever age you are. I just recently turned 30, and in the past month and a half, I've been learning piano, and I'm like starting to get okay at it. And I don't think a lot of people start playing an instrument at 30. Just like a lot of people probably don't start playing an instrument at 20, like I did. Yeah, it's never too late to just do something that you want to do. Yeah, this is the 1564 chord progression is the chorus of McCracken, and Be Glad I Love You as well. I've always said, like, oh yeah, I don't want to write a 4-chord song. This chord progression right here. It doesn't matter what key you're playing it in, but you play the first chord, the 5th chord, the 6th chord, and the 4th chord, and that's kind of like what people refer to as a 4-chord song. And they tend to be kind of the most popular songs. And yeah, there's science behind it. McCracken and Be Glad I Love You are probably more disproportionately popular because they use that chord progression. So disco is not. Disco breaks. I don't know if disco follows the rules of music because every chord, I play 4 major chords, and I think one of them like musically should be minor, but I just don't, and I guess it works because of disco. But Emma's worried about me forgetting my water, but I didn't. It's technically a Propel, but staying hydrated. Got a fan saying my lyrics are amazing. Thank you for being a fan. I really appreciate you. I'm Dad. Anna Aurora says, as a beginner guitar player, I love that you have simple versions of your songs so I can practice with them. Yeah, I outside, I mean, the lead parts of our songs are definitely more complicated, just due to the various other guitarists that I've worked with in the past. But as far as what I know how to play, those simple versions to me are just, I call those the versions, because that's about as, as proficient at guitar as I am. I know a thing or two, but it's mostly a lot of chords. I consider myself more of a songwriter than a musician, so yeah, I would say Bug Hunter songs are great beginner songs. If you're just picking up guitar, you've learned, G, E minor, D, C, A minor, A, maybe F. You're in the sweet spot. You can play a lot of Bug Hunter songs. So. Mothman asks, there's a distinction between songwriter and musician, and yeah, I definitely think so. I think that you could certainly be a songwriter and not know how to play an instrument. I think finding your path that way would be difficult, because like, how are you getting your song or your lyrics out there, but say you have like a best friend or a partner or a classmate, someone who's great at playing guitar, who will write kind of chord progressions or pieces of songs that you're just gonna go and just put the words over. I think you could definitely like be a songwriter and not know how to play an instrument. And that's the reason that I picked up a guitar in the first place, is because I was kind of writing songs on a bass guitar, which sort of works. It has a lot of limitations, but I was like, these songs aren't going to exist unless I do it myself, because I don't have anybody else that I can just like, hey, like, can I write songs and you sing them and play them? I just didn't have that, and so that's the thing that motivated me to do it, and it was just for a thing for me, just because I really enjoyed it and I wanted to have them exist in the world, and I liked recording them on my iPhone and listening back to them and just being proud of getting better at it. And then it turned out that a bunch of other people liked it too, which I was never expecting, but I'm happy about. So, anyways. Sci-Fan Guy asks, on the songwriting topic, what is your process for making songs? There's way more Excel spreadsheets than you would probably guess. No, I'd say, I'll write down kind of just ideas that come into my head, and then if I'll sit down and I'll play a chord progression, if I'm just like... cool, that sounds cool. What does that make me feel? Is that happy? Is that sad? What do I have? What have I written that like kind of matches this feeling? Can I like hum a melody over it? Like something like nonsense. And then I'm like, all right, well, what could those bums be? What, like real words? And I'll look at kind of what I've written down, and I'll put something together, and if anything kind of materializes within that, then I'll continue. And then the Excel spreadsheets come out once I have kind of a foundation of like, okay, I've written a song and I can play it kind of start to finish. Maybe it's not like, I'm not super happy with it, but like if someone said, hey, play that song, I could do it. They wouldn't be impressed with it, but it's possible without me stopping and being like, oh yeah, that's all I have so far. And then I probably won't go into the details around the Excel spreadsheets on this particular stream, but basically it's just a way of kind of holding myself accountable and pushing my lyrics to meet a standard that I set for myself. Because if I just have the lyrics exist in my head, it's easy to get complacent with them. But when you see them in front of you, broken down, and you have to like confront the things you like and don't like about every line, it just forces you to be like, okay, this line that is kind of a filler, it can be improved, and it's not just good enough right now. So that's kind of part of my process. So I don't think I've released anything on a Bug Hunter album that didn't kind of go through that filter. Yeah. So. Would you ever think of doing a music production series, show the production behind certain songs as like advice? Yeah, I think that sounds very interesting to me, and I've seen things like that are cool. My creative process is a little too spontaneous and all over the place to effectively like capture it. But I could do dramatic retellings of how certain ideas happened, like those really bad dramatizations of like real events. Just hire actors, and it's just somebody sitting and playing guitar, being like, "That's it." And I think I'm not great on actually producing like video content, like the amount of work it would take to like edit like a video together. Like I don't know anything about it, right? I make music and I write music and I make board games and I can do a live stream because I just have to point this camera at me and talk. But if I were to, try to edit together like a 10-minute concise video, I just feel like it would take a lot of time, and that would maybe take me away from other things that I kind of enjoy more about the songwriting process at the moment. I'm gonna go back to playing something a little more chill. Yeah, I mean, maybe that is the answer, Libra, as a stream, like not as like a well-edited video, just because I don't think I have like the skill to do that. But if it's something like Jams is talking about the creation or thought behind pine cones. I don't know if people would be interested in me doing a stream that is devoted to like talking about anecdotes and stories and thought processes and stuff like that for like specific songs. I can't promise that every song would have a very interesting story, but I'd be open to doing something like that. So oh, Tyler says thank you for helping me through the long night studying for nursing school. That's awesome that you're studying for nursing school. My wife is studying right now, but she's been a CVICU nurse for as long as I've known her. So props to you for taking that path. It takes a special type of person. Okay, well, I think this like has been a very cool, like spontaneous, like kind of idea that y'all have helped me kind of brainstorm. I would be happy to maybe set something up like this, and if people like it and I'm good at it, then I can continue to do it. So yeah, I'd be happy to maybe set up something outside of like my normal Tuesday, Sunday live stream, and just talk about one song or maybe two songs if I don't have enough engaging information about a song. But I also, if folks, I mean, I did a slight amount of this. If you like the album Bigger Than Myself, we have a lyric book that Katie Cuffle did all the art for, and which I'll get to that in a second. But it's like fully illustrated lyric book for all the songs on Bigger Than Myself, and there are little asides of like behind the scenes information about what the song is about, or little kind of factoids about what was going on when I wrote it and stuff like that. So that's on our website if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But I think I'm looking at the stack, and there's not like a ton of them left, and I don't think I would make a reprint of them. So if you want one of those, grab one of those. Which is probably a good time to talk now that I mentioned Katie Cuffle, because we have a new pin for October. Today's October 5th, so this is the first YouTube stream that I've done where we've had our new Go With The Flow pin, which is this little as Katie Cuffle, the file that she sent me was called Kayak Trash Panda, and that just made me laugh. So this is the Kayak Trash Panda on our Go With The Flow pin. So basically what we do is every month we have a new pin that goes on a sticker, goes on a button, and you can get the button only that month. So if you're looking to get our Go With The Flow Kayak Trash Panda, then you can go to our website. Thanks, Jams, for linking to that. That's just a way to support Bug Hunter. I know a couple of people have done the super stickers, which is very kind, but if you wanted to get something in return for that kind of support, you can always go to our site and grab one of those. So I've inspired by a discussion that I had yesterday in our Discord, and about how sometimes I will throw Bug Hunter guitar picks into merch orders that I get, because I'm running everything kind of DIY. I'm the only employee of Bug Hunter Inc. So if you make an order, odds are I packed it. There's an exception, is like hats and posters are printed on demand locally to wherever you are. So if you're in the Netherlands and you order a poster, it's printed near the Netherlands, and you don't have like the insane international shipping. So but anyways, as we were talking about Bug Hunter picks, someone mentioned that I should just sell them on our website, and I was like, I don't know about that, because I kind of like them to be difficult to get. So what I decided on was, normally, for me at least, getting an artist guitar picks has always been kind of at like a live show, where I always like to stand in the middle and like at a good distance, a good throwing distance for guitar picks. And if the lead singer will throw out a pick, I might be in that kind of radius, and I've gotten a few that way. A couple from Bayside, one from Marcy Playground, and so while I cannot throw picks at you because this is a live stream, what I can do is kind of try and simulate that. So if anybody orders a sticker or a CD off of our website tonight, I will make sure to throw in a Bug Hunter guitar pick into your order. So if you're interested in getting a Bug Hunter guitar pick, they have a little bug on it, It says Bug Hunter. These are just the ones I use, so I will probably throw in the one that I'm using right now to somebody's. But yeah, go order a sticker. We have a sticker for all 10 of these are stickers from last month's Cool S Bug by Mars Owens. The Are we too old to still be passing notes? And Theory Deer, and Toddler with a Slingshot, and our Dear McCracken in the Rough Draft She Loved You. All of those are stickers that you can get now on our website. So go order a sticker, and you'll also get a Bug Hunter guitar pick. Cool. Look at me. I'm a salesman. Yes, Emma, you're right. I was specifically talking about Puck. That was a call out. Jeremy Garner asks, what song do you like performing live the most? The song I have performed live the most is... Oh, I knew this a second ago. I keep track of every song that I perform live on an Excel spreadsheet. And I think it's either Key to Being Lonely or Dear McCracken I've performed the most. Jams will probably correct me on that. I don't know. I love performing McCracken. I love performing God I Love You. Key to Being Lonely is probably one of the funnest songs in the world to play with the full band specifically. Just because when I have the full band, we rock a little bit more than we folk. I think my solo shows are a little on the folky side, and the full band shows are a little more on the rock side. So when we're in rock mode, Key to Being Lonely, who I'm singing to, Deserve Me is also one that always just feels very satisfying to play with a full band behind me. So cool. Should I play another song? I feel like I haven't in a second. So you all have been asking very good questions. I have fun talking to everybody. Okay, so in honor of the October pin of the month and our kayak trash panda, this song is called Go With the Flow. How about now? Y'all hear me now? All right, we're going to try this. How's that working? Can folks hear me on this one? I think it looks like y'all should be able to hear me. So, yeah, Jams is dead on there. I was like, man, everybody really sure does love Go With The Flow. And I was like, well, nope, that's too many messages for Go With The Flow, so I had to check it out. Sorry about that. By all accounts, everything was working correctly, so that's not great. Normally, it's good when you find something is wrong when things aren't working, but according to every monitor I had, everything was working perfectly. So y'all will have to let me know. I have a little backup audio interface that I've plugged into that have not used for one of these live streams before. So if it's quieter or soft or too loud, y'all let me know. I have a feeling it's a little soft. That's probably good. Rad. Cool. Yeah, I had this problem many months ago, and my dad very kindly soldered on a new piece to my audio interface and fixed the problem. But I think the problem may have returned, Dad. So seems like you might need to come visit Richmond and fix it again, maybe, and bring your soldering iron. Little loud. Okay. If it's a little loud, hopefully you can turn your volume down. I don't know. All right, we're gonna start that one back from the top, so should be good. Now it's a little quiet. All right, I'm only gonna do this one more time, and then whatever it is, y'all are just gonna have to adjust your own volume. In a room, it didn't look like this. It had much more lower ceilings, and it was delicately lit. I couldn't shake an old girlfriend on my mind, 'cause I was dancing to our old song with a new one. And there's no room for her inside my head. We haven't spoke for 8 years, I still feel her fingerprints, 'cause she laid back and I a little wound. She'd spout her little maxims that she had to calm me down. She'd say, go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have. And I have a paddle and a bad idea of the wrong way. And I heard she's married now. There's no word for the emotion that I felt when I found out. It was fiery but casual, like words put in my mouth, and indifference to some news that would have killed my former self. But no, not now, and I hate how that makes me feel. It undercuts the present like my passions aren't as real. 'Cause time will revise both the perfect and the broken, so I'd have to write a song to keep a snapshot of the moment. Go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have. And I have a paddle and a bad idea up the wrong way. Go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have. And I have a paddle and a bad idea up the wrong way. And I chose self-medicating woes, not separating causes from the subsequent results. And I know there's better antidotes than choking on the fits and tantrums I would always throw. And I hope that I will always grow, but I'ma cut the tongue out of the next one who says go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have. And I have a paddle and a bad idea up the wrong way. Go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have. And I have a paddle and a bad idea up the wrong way. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for sticking with me through the audio problems. I don't take for granted that I'm doing a live stream to entertain folks, and when my sound cuts out for like 2 full minutes, nobody left. He just waited for me to fix it, which it's really kind that y'all would stick with me through that, because you could be doing anything right now. So it does feel good to have a backup to things. Like I've had to over the course of my kind of music career, just like slowly build up like things that I have. I think 5 years ago I wouldn't have had a backup audio interface that I could have just switched to. That's like immediately next to the one that I'm using just in case something went wrong. So I'm feel lucky that I've been able to get where I am and be able to do that. So rad. All right, are we doing trivia? I feel like how long have I been streaming for? I don't have a clock on any of my monitors, so I have no idea what time it is. But let's do this. Let's do some. It's been an hour. Cool. Let's do some Pokemon trivia. Just because I secretly really like it. So if folks want to ask me a original 150 Gen 1 Pokemon trivia question, then I will try to answer it. And if I get it right, I'm trying to think, because I'm trying to motivate the difficulty of the question. If I get it right, I'll do another song, then you'll give me an easy one. If I get it wrong, I'll do another song, you'll give me a really hard one. Pikachu evolves into Raichu. Oh, no, I couldn't name... Okay. Okay, Jams, I'm gonna modify your question, if that's okay, because I don't know the answer off the top of my head, but I think I could get there where I don't think I could answer your question. So the question I'm going to answer is, name one Pokemon used by each of the gym leaders and the Elite Four, if I can get there. Is that cool if I answer that one? Okay, I'm just gonna start with that. We got Pewter City, Brock. He's got an Onix for sure. Then Misty's got a... Oh, she had a Psyduck in the show. Did she have a Psyduck in the game? I'll just say Starmie. She had a Starmie for sure. Lieutenant Surge. These names are coming back to me at literally the last possible second. Lieutenant Surge had a Raichu for sure. And then it gets a little murkier. Hold on. So I got Onix and Starmie, and then Raichu for Lieutenant Surge. And then I know that the Celadon City, I can't remember the name of that gym leader, which is why I didn't want to do that question, but she definitely had a Vileplume, because I remember it was really hard to beat. So I got 4, I think. And then there was the Psychic Gym and the Ghost Gym, right? So, well, the Psychic Gym had to have had an Alakazam. I'm gonna guess on that one. And then I know that Giovanni had a Rhydon. So I think I have 6 out of the 8. Yeah, Alakazam and a Rhydon and a Vileplume and a Starmie and an Onix and a Raichu. So then I'm thinking there was definitely there was a ghost. Oh, there's a ghost gym and a fire gym. Cinnabar Island. He had an Arcanine. Oh, please tell me it wasn't Ninetales. I think it was an Arcanine. And I'm not totally confident that anybody is fact-checking my guesses. Jams, am I right so far? Do I got 7 out of 8 for the gym leaders? There wasn't a ghost gym? Are you sure? There wasn't the show. Yeah, Arcanine or Rapidash. Okay. So that's rock, water, lightning, electric. Rock, water, electric, grass, psychic, fire, and then ghost, and then there's no ghost gym. Okay. I'm trying to think what that. Oh, was it a poison gym? It was a poison gym, wasn't it? It was the one where the Safari Zone was in that one city. Corn, I'm remembering what you remembered. He got the ghost to help him with the psychic gym. That's right. Okay, so then the Pokemon used by the poison gym was... I'm least confident about this answer. I'm going to say he had a muck. And y'all just tell me if I'm wrong. I can live with myself if I got 7 out of 8. The silence is deafening. Jams is checking. Is the 8th one muck? Yeah, I am sticking only to red, blue, and yellow. If I got it wrong on red, blue, yellow, then I didn't deserve to get it right, because that's what I'm trying to... Venomoth, yeah, I should have guessed that. Dang it. I was like, what's like the coolest like poison Pokemon? Muck is... He should have had a muck. Oh, did he have a muck? Did I get it right? I'm playing again. The hope is back on. Oh yeah, he had a muck. Alright. Okay, yeah. Rad. Cool, I got all 8. Alright, well since I got all 8, then I gotta go to the I gotta go to the Elite Four then. So I'm not gonna do them in order. So I'm gonna say I know that the 4th one had a Dragonite. So let's just get that one out of the way. Now it's getting a little dice here. Okay, I'm gonna count this. Okay, well I guess Elite Four is not also Gary. I was gonna say Blastoise because I always picked Charmander, but so he did have a Blastoise among other things. There's definitely a Gengar in there. So there's a Gengar. There's a Dragonite. Surely somebody had a... Oh, ice. Dugong. Did someone have a Dugong? Please let one of them have had a Dugong, because I'm guessing that for sure. Okay, and then I think I'm at the fighting one, right? Because I did dragon, ghost, ice. So I am going to guess... Primeape? That seems like a pretty safe fighting Elite Four guess. Did I get it? Somebody put me out of my misery. Oh no, I should have said Machamp. It's probably Machamp. No Primeape in the entire Elite Four. I think Show knows. I feel like I probably don't deserve that one, but Machamp. I should have said Machamp. I was like, I couldn't remember. And that was the other one. I was like, was it Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan? How did he not have a Primeape? It's pretty good. I'm gonna take the W on that one. A fighting champ with 2 Onyxes? Okay, well then that's not even my fault for getting that wrong. He definitely should have had a Primeape. Cool, I'll play one more song and then I'm going to call it a night, just because I have a couple other things I was hoping to get done before I went to bed. Last song. BTM for balance, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Bragging's a good idea. Pinecones is a good idea. Pebbles is a good idea. I feel so sleepy. I don't know if I can pull off a Bragging right now. Let me do this because it's sleepy time. This is a song called Pebbles. Start to plant some pebbles in the garden, hope to grow a planet large that floats around in our backyard. And yes, your family still could visit. We haven't left the solar system. If they request consent to land, we'll accept if we are wearing pants. For most days, let's just float on top and orbit all our favorite spots. If we get dizzy, let's fall off a couple cozy astronauts. It would be a lovely start to plant some pebbles in the garden. If it won't rain, it doesn't matter. We'll water them with tears of laughter. At first there might not be much to it, no forest, roads, or rivers through it. A rocky globe to start us off, and on it grow the world we want. The neighbors will all think we're strange as we wave at them from outer space, but I had to know just how it felt to grow something bigger than what I have built alone. A home I thought I'd never leave, but you and I can shape a world. The lakes and towns and everything. We'll put a planet in the sky, grown from pebbles, you and I. And if little aliens do invade, attempts at peace will still be made. I'll contact them with gifts, but if they reject those, I will insist on meeting their attacks with might. A big galactic pillow fight. And just before they win, we're told they're allergic to the whimsical. So I'll blast this song, and don't you know, the sweetness makes their heads explode. And look, they're filled with popcorn, so let's grab a snack, sit back and watch the show. I'm not a chemist, no, I am no geologist, but you and I can shape a world, the lakes and towns and all of it. And bit by bit and stone by stone, the pebbles take the shape of something else. It's growing bigger than myself. Thanks everybody. Yeah, that'll probably be the last song I do. I'll definitely hang out for a couple more minutes and chat and say bye and all those things. If you weren't here earlier, I was talking anybody who goes and buys a sticker off of our website, I will make sure to throw in a Bug Hunter pick with that. So tonight, if you do that, just figure, hey, that's a cool way to get the picks out to people, for those who want them. So, if you aren't in our Discord, I would love for you to join our Discord. It's run by me, so it's not like, I have nothing to do with it, and it's just fans. It's full of Bug Hunter fans, and I'm in there daily, just chatting with folks and alerting people to things like this. When I do a live stream, I have a role that you can assign to yourself, where I can ping and say, hey, I'm going to be on YouTube in like an hour. So it makes it less likely for you to miss these things if you like this. So anyways, yeah, so got the Discord. We got the new pin of the month. I'll throw it up no, I won't throw it up real quick because I'll lose my audio with how I fixed it. But the October pin of the month, Go With The Flow pin and sticker is up now, art by Katie Cuffle. And other than that, Zoom show on the 23rd, I'll be playing a newish song. So if folks want to be the first to hear that and come check that out, I'd love to see you there. They're very fun. The next time I'll be doing a YouTube stream is this Sunday at noon Eastern. So I swap. Tuesdays are my US evenings and Sundays are my European evenings. So, but you can come by if it's morning or early afternoon for you as well, and just come hang out. So, other than that, yeah, I think that's it. Thanks everybody for all the great questions and and checking my Pokemon knowledge once again. And hopefully I'll see you in the Discord at our next YouTube stream or at the Zoom show on the 23rd. So, Brad, everybody have a great rest of your evening.